Hi, my name is Lindsay Fowler, and I want to spend a little time talking with you all today about disability and what it can mean when you travel, when you have needs for mobility equipment, as an example. Some of you may have heard some recent legislative changes that are coming into play thanks to our U.S. Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg. Apologize if I got that wrong. So progress is being made, but it's not being made fast enough, and I just experienced a horrendous example of what it can mean to travel as an individual that needs a wheelchair or needs help of any kind. So I'll go as brief as I can, but hit some of the high points. I recently was traveling and had to wait 73 minutes after boarding the plane for the entire passenger group to have boarded the plane before we were able to take off, because in that 73 minutes I had countless individuals come find me at my seat and challenge whether or not my wheelchair could be on board the plane. I provided all the documentation that it meets FAA, IATA, TSA, the airline specific regulations for what can and cannot travel as far as a battery powered wheelchair. And regardless of everything that I showed them, they continued to question whether or not I belonged on the plane. Yes, me, as well as my wheelchair. After 73 minutes, or sorry, just shy of 73 minutes, the last individual that was without question the most disrespectful, everyone else was lovely and trying to do their best. The last individual said that I needed to get off the plane and show him where the batteries are on my wheelchair and what needed to be taken off in order for them to fly, which mine is well within the regulations of being able to be attached to the wheelchair, fully encased in metal, all the things. So with much difficulty, I got back off the plane, only to find that they had dismantled my wheelchair. They had taken apart the connections to the motor. They were taking things off that had nothing to do with the batteries, and continued to challenge me as I explained where the batteries were rather than the motor, and said that I should have called the disability line for the airline before joining that flight. I don't know about you, but when I look at a website for an airline and see what the regulations are for carry-on luggage, for example, I don't then call the airline to say, hey, I know it says 9 by 13 by 5 or whatever. Is that really what I can bring on the plane? No, I trust their website to be accurate. So that's what I did in this case, but they continued to tell me that I was holding up the entire flight, that I was in the wrong, and that I wasn't being realistic. Just so happened that the president of the airline was present during a portion of this, came down and apologized for safety and disrespect not being met safety and respect not being met in this situation, that they put my safety in jeopardy, and they put 73 minutes of extra time for an entire plane of people to watch me be questioned, to watch me back onto the plane, tripping and awkward and fully exhausted because of the multiple sclerosis and endometriosis that I deal with on a daily basis. So I already have challenges getting around and getting up and out of the plane without really needing to. Was really frustrating. But I took the president at face value, that he was going to do something about it, that he took the concern, the situation seriously. And to date, he's not reached out. So if he can't even send a simple email, is he actually going to train his staff? Is he actually going to make sure that their systems appropriately let them know what can and cannot be boarded onto the plane or put below in the stowaway area? I doubt it. I'm left with zero confidence that Porter Airlines will do the right thing. So I'm reaching out to all of you to share a little bit about this, mainly so that the conversation continues. There's some folks like Sophie Mullen and Kat Keeley-Jones that are doing wonderful things in the disability advocacy space specific to traveling. But it's not enough, because it's not as big of a deal to the majority as it is to the minority that actually need it. But I will tell you that even as someone that is only a part-time wheelchair user, it was humiliating, it was painful, and it was unnecessary. We can do better, and we need to do better. So please take some time to think about ways that you might be able to help.
open your eyes a little bit differently as you see somebody that may be traveling with mobility aids, or if you see a sunflower, they might be an individual with a hidden disability. Just take an extra moment to be patient, to be thoughtful, to be kind, and when you see something wrong, do something about it. And that's what I'm trying to do. So thank you for your time.